Hello everybody, happy Easter to everybody where it's still Sunday. It's actually Monday here now. But since it's still Sunday, April 21st in the United States, I am making this video celebrating the fact that a year ago today, I moved out of my apartment in Bernal Heights in San Francisco. And it's been an awesome year of becoming a digital nomad and figuring out what that means. Hey Jeff. And yeah, so it's very exciting. So a year ago, it was quite the day because the day before my girlfriend Jenny had come to help me finish up packing, and I had movers all set for noon on the 21st. And at 4 a.m. I woke up and had this worst either food poisoning or stomach flu, like sprawled out on the bathroom floor, writhing in gut pain. And my girlfriend Jenny saved the day, and because I hadn't packed my room up yet, I had not sorted out my clothes of which ones were going to go in storage and which ones were going to go with me in my suitcase. So she was standing there holding up each dress one at a time, and I was telling her to keep or pack, and it was a terrible morning, but I ended up moving. So it all happened thanks to Jenny. So yeah, it has been quite the year. I think 2 days after, in a couple days is when I got the news that the trip that I had booked for a whole year, that company went out of business. So right away in my nomad year, I got completely derailed and had no idea what I was gonna do. So I ended up road tripping for the whole summer, and I went down to Southern California, and I went up to Seattle and Portland last summer. And then most of you know, I was international in the fall. I went to Croatia, then I went to Cape Town, South Africa, then I was home again, and I've been in Vietnam now for almost 3 months. So that kind of rounds out my first year. And I was doing some reflecting this morning on my journal of what things, have shifted, or just what things I've gotten better at as a result of this lifestyle. Hey, Heather. And I think becoming a minimalist is part of it. That was one thing I was practicing before I was even moving out. I was getting rid of more stuff, knowing that I just had to put it in storage and couldn't really take it with me. Although, like this weekend, I went to a pool party and I was like, oh, what outfit do I want to wear? And I thought, gosh, everyone's seen me in all of my dresses several times. So you just have to get used to it and know that, you're not going to show up to a party in some fancy new outfit. But at the same time, it also, when you do purchase something, especially when I'm actually traveling and don't, have any drawers or, closet to leave anything in, you really pick something and it's like, okay, I really have to like it. I really have to, want and enjoy to either wear it or use it in several circumstances and several, So anyway, so that's one thing, becoming really flexible. I mean, luckily I'm not picky with the kind of bed that I have, or we all know when I got to Vietnam, I found out that top sheets weren't a common thing here, at least. And so there are certain comforts that you assume are going to be everywhere, and they're not. And I did have that one night in that my last apartment where the bed was so hard that I was actually in tears, because I'm like, oh no, I can't. I can't sleep on this. So it's only happened one night out of a year, so that's not too bad. And I think also there's so much around finding a routine as a nomad, because obviously it could be every day, but usually every week to week or month to month is different. So I think finding the rituals of I'm doing really good with my visioning every morning, and working kind of depends on time zones. Here I work in first thing in the morning because everyone is awake for at least the first 6 hours of the day. So, finding that routine, it definitely ebbs and flows, but that's also my personality. I have never, even as a fitness professional, I've never had a fitness routine. I don't go do squats on Monday and build, accordingly. So I kind of just go do something active. And in terms of work and life balance, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to be really working this morning, so therefore I'm going to take the afternoon off, or I'm going to take calls at night, so therefore I'm going to take the morning off. So I think finding a balance within the day is kind of really the key. And I think another big thing that's come up for me is socially. I'm very much an extrovert, and when I came to Vietnam, I've been doing a lot of projects. Got my taxes done, luckily, and I still have a few more big projects to finish while I'm here. And I was telling my friends before I came here that, gosh, I have to go half a world away so that I can not be social and not be hanging out with everybody. Hey, Laura. And sure enough, I have a really decent social life here within 2.5 months. And I always laugh because one of my favorite quotes is that everywhere you go, there you are. You know, people think that they can run away from their issues or their habits or their tendencies. And, you know, lo and behold, that's not the case. So just embracing that, just loving that I have friends and building more friendships all over the world so that I can continue to travel around and visit them. And you know, that brings up, especially seeing Laura there, because I stayed with Laura a couple months ago, just being really grateful for the global community and how nice it has been to spend time with so many friends and family and, you know, and help them out dog sitting. So if anyone needs any house sitting, dog sitting, that's a good deal for me. And yeah, and just like the support of people realizing that I'm more vulnerable and that, you know, I don't have a place to stay everywhere I go necessarily. So having wonderful friends that offer, and, you know, that's just been a really nice support to have. And then also really grateful for technology. It allows me to do this. It allows all of digital nomads, right? That's the digital part, is that we can pop on videos and say hello, that I just got off actually a virtual personal training session with somebody, and it's just so great. And here I'm in Vietnam, and actually the Wi-Fi here is stronger, kind of in general is stronger than so many other places. So it's nice that I'm able to, you know, still connect with my clients. I actually picked up a few more virtual personal training clients. So it's been, you know, I have video calls with my friends and family. So if you really start to embrace that, and you can have that almost face-to-face, you know, interaction, and that kind of connection helps me feel more grounded and really still connected to my real close, you know, inner circle and support network. So yeah, so 1 year in, and here I am in Vietnam, which is pretty cool to be so far away from home as I'm celebrating this anniversary. And I don't see a time where I'm going to stop this necessarily. You know, I mean, I'm definitely open and working more on freestyle travel, of not making plans. But it's, you know, you got visas and plane tickets and things that you kind of got to work around. So it's hard to be completely freestyle. But I am working on that, because I do want to just be available to, you know, if I get an invitation to go somewhere, or if I get some sort of, you know, job or project opportunity to work on, hey Jenny, I want to be able to do that. So yeah, so thank you guys all so much for tuning in and kind of watching my journey the last year. And it's definitely been an evolution on social media too, as I, you know, learned to share and try to show what's really unique and different and surprising and frustrating about the places that I've been and continue to go. So yes, I will touch base with you soon, and thanks for tuning in.